Ananadswarup Swami to share his closest experiences with Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mahant Swami Maharaj. I think we should all listen attentively to engage fully with this session, as these experiences that Anandswarup Swami is sharing are truly inspirational. However, before we start the Q&A session, we will be having a very short quiz to recap what we have learned for the first 2 days. I will be picking on random people to answer the question, so everybody be ready. And I'll have Kirtan Bey with the mic to go around so everyone can speak. So, question number 1. One of the sessions we have had is on the topic of Prapti no Vichar. What does it mean?
It means to attain something.
Or
to achieve.
Anyone else got a response?
Prapti no Vichar means thinking of you have got throughout your whole life.
So we've got some responses from the BST barracks. Let's go to the Kishores. I think the middle section's looking a bit empty, so let's ask there. Yeah, Yogesh bhai, come on.
I've got notes.
Sharad, answer the question. Doesn't mean Google it.
No, I'm checking my notes. So Prapti no Vichar is when you do Vichar of the smoothies that you've had with Bapa, I think.
Okay, so that's a good enough answer. So Prapti no Vichar helps us appreciate how fortunate we are for being blessed with the company of God and His Pragat. So we'll be moving on to the next question, so another session we've had is on the topic of Satpurush Nijoram. We'll just get one response here. Adit, can you explain what Satpurush Nijoram is? A brief response.
To have firm attachment with the Satpurush.
Perfect. So after that short quiz, we will be moving on to the next session. So I'll now hand it over to Adit Bey and Pujya Anandswarup Swami to begin our Q&A session.
Shri Swami Narayan Bhagavan Ni Jai, Akshar Purushottam Maharaj Ni Jai, Gunaditanand Swami Maharaj Ni Jai, Pramukh Swami Maharaj Ni Jai, Mahant Swami Maharaj Ni Jai. So as you're all aware, today we're very, very fortunate to be in the presence of to be in the presence of Pujya Anandswarup Swami. And Pujya Anandswarup Swami, with his wealth of knowledge and wisdom, will be sharing some of his very insightful guidance and advice as to how we can tackle some very common questions and challenges that we all face in our day-to-day lives. And we'll be doing this through a question and answer session. So without further ado, we'll make a start to the question and answer session. स्वामी सर्वप्रथम तो आपने जय स्मरण અને આજે આપ ક્વેશ્ચન એન્ડ આન્સર સેશનમાં પધાર્યા તે બદલ આપનો ઘણો આભાર છે. સ્વામી, પહેલો પ્રશ્ન તો એ છે કે you've seen પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ and મહંત સ્વામી મહારાજ very, very closely. આપે સ્વામી બાપાને ઘણા નજીકથી નિહાળેલા છે. So what impresses you the most about them? આમ તો સત્પુરુષ ગુણોના મહાસાગર કહેવાય, but please share with us some of the few qualities that have touched you the most from the life of the Satpurush.
श्री स्वामीनारायण भगवान की जय, अक्षर पुरुषोत्तम महाराज की जय, गुणातीतानंद स्वामी महाराज की जय, भगत जी महाराज की जय, शास्त्री जी महाराज की जय, योगी जी महाराज की जय, प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज की जय, महंत स्वामी महाराज की जय. We have had the opportunity of living with Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mahant Swami Maharaj for many years. Here also you have sadhus sitting in the assembly. you have Bhakti Vallabh Swami, Gun Kirtan Swami. They have also had this chance of being with Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mohan Swami Maharaj for many years. Many of you, those who are Kishores, perhaps you might have had the opportunity of having the darshan of Pramukh Swami Maharaj. And if not, now you have had the darshan of Mohan Swami Maharaj when he came here in the month of May. Now the question is, as he said, rightly said, the MC, Pramukh Swami Maharaj, he was an ocean of virtues. He was an ocean of good qualities. The same is true of Mohan Swami Maharaj. He's an ocean of virtues. But the question is, what impresses me most? The honest answer is, all the virtues that he has impressed me from time to time. But if you still want me to single out few virtues, number one is Pramukh Swami Maharaj had an unflinching faith, an indomitable faith, an unshakable faith, an unwavering faith in Sriji Maharaj. And that faith was not a dogmatic faith, it was an experiential faith. Pramukh Swami Maharaj, he believed that Sriji Maharaj is God. Not only that, Pramukh Swami Maharaj believed that Sriji Maharaj is Sarvopari. To say that Sriji Maharaj is Sarvopari is one thing, but to put into practice that Sriji Maharaj is Sarvopari, when can one say that he really believes that Sriji Maharaj is Sarvopari? If and only if that person observes all the instructions, the commands, the niyams that have been given by Maharaj. Because when does a person break a niyam? Because by breaking a niyam, he is experiencing some instantaneous gratification. કોઈ નિયમ લોપે ને થોડુંક સુખ આવે છે. And because of that સુખ, એ નિયમ તોડે છે. But if that person really believes that if I remember Maharaj instead of this, if I remember my Guru instead of this, I won't be breaking the niyam. And that was the life of Pramukh Swami Maharaj. And that is the life of Mohan Swami Maharaj. Not only that, he believed that Sriji Maharaj is Sarvopari. The other thing that was part of this indomitable faith is that he believed Sriji Maharaj to be Sarvakarta. He is the all-doer. And whatever he does is the best for us. So when we meet success, it's easy for us to give credit to God. But when we meet with failures, sometimes it's the habit of human beings to blame God. I worked so much, I don't have success in studies. I worked hard, practiced hard, I am not a success at sports. So we blame others. Never ever in his life Pramukh Swami Maharaj blamed God. Never ever Mohan Swami Maharaj has blamed God in fame and blame, in successes and failures. His faith remained steadfast. It was absolutely steady. So that was one of the greatest quality of Pramukh Swami Maharaj and is of Mohan Swami Maharaj, which impresses me most. The second one is his humility. Bapa bows down to everyone. Pramukh Swami Maharaj, one day he was given a hint by Shastriji Maharaj. Shastriji Maharaj was sitting on a cot And he called Pramukh Swami Maharaj, who was very young at that time. He was just a youngster. And Shastriji Maharaj wanted Pramukh Swami Maharaj to sit beside him. And then there was a photographer to take the photograph of Pramukh Swami Maharaj, of Shastriji Maharaj and Pramukh Swami Maharaj. Shastriji Maharaj was sitting in the normal way, he said. Pramukh Swami Maharaj saw him and he tried to imitate the way in which Shastriji Maharaj was sitting. Shastriji Maharaj gently hinted. He told Pramukh Swami, Nanda, you should fold your hands. When you're sitting beside your Guru, you should fold your hands. And Pramukh Swami said, since that day, he's formed a habit of folding hands, not just before God, but folding hands before Sadguru Santo, before other Santo, before all the Parshads, before Sadhak, before Haribhakto, before our youths, before Kishores, before Balaks. This is what Pramukh Swami Maharaj did throughout his life, and this is what Mohan Swami Maharaj is right now doing. Just imagine Mohan Swami Maharaj picking up the dust of the land that we had in Robbinsville and also in Ahmedabad, where the sadhus had walked, where the devotees had walked, and where the youngsters, children had walked, where the outsiders had come. He picked up that dust and he smeared that dust on his forehead. Just imagine the amount of humility. He believes that he is even smaller than dust. He is tinier than dust. He is tinier than atom. So these are two things which has impressed me very deeply and greatly.
Swami, આપે faithની વાત કરી હતી.
Shen?
You touched upon the idea of faith in God
Faith.
as one of the qualities that you see in Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mohan Swami Maharaj. But આ કિશોર અવસ્થા એવી છે કે we often lack that faith in God, and that leads to us feeling that we don't have a sense of belonging in the mandir. So how can we develop a sense of belonging within satsang, not just in satsang but wherever we go, and increase our jodan with the Satpurush, such that we no longer have to rely on wanting to be with our friends all the time in mandir?
The sense of belonging. See, when I look at some person, what I say is, I look at his body. But all of you have come to the Shibir, and I believe that many of you are Karyakars. As Karyakar, you must have heard many times from the Santo that our real identity is not the body. Our real identity is that we are Atma. You have your parents, your mom, your dad, your father and mother, but they are parents of your body. Body is going to perish one day. One day all of us are going to die. If we project ourselves in time, think about 100 years, what's going to be in this place, no one of us will be present here. Now our real identity is Atma. So our parents are Shriji Maharaj and Gunatan Swami. The real parents, the parents of the soul, Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mohan Swami Maharaj, they are our Mata Pita. They are our real parents. Now if they are our real parents, Pramukh Swami Maharaj is my Mata Pita, is your Mata Pita, is your Mata Pita, is Mata Pita of everyone, father and mother. That's what Yogiji Maharaj had taught. That means we are all brothers. This is your house. You have a home, you have come from afar. Many of you have come from different suburbs of London. So we have different places to live. So this is a home away from home, but this is a real home, the real sanctuary, and the real place for your Atma. So all of us, you shouldn't discriminate between one boy and the other boy, or one person and the other person. because all of us, we belong to Mohan Swami Maharaj. The sense of belonging automatically comes up. The sense of helping others, the sense of loving others, it automatically comes up from this basic fundamental understanding that we are of one parivar, BAPs is one parivar. So you won't feel lonely. The other thing is, you have Mohan Swami Maharaj with you. He is a person of integrity. He is a sadhu of honesty. What he says is a supreme truth. He says, I will always be with you. Those are the words of our Guru Mohan Swami Maharaj. So he is within us. Within our Atma, there is God. Within our Atma, there is our Guru Mohan Swami Maharaj, always to help us. He is a reservoir of all strength, so source of all strength, the source of all joy, and the source of all happiness. So when we get ourselves connected to Mohan Swami Maharaj, you will never feel lonely. You are never alone. You are always with someone, and that someone is God, Shriji Maharaj and our Guru.
એમાં એવું થાય કે we idolize certain people. જેમ કે કોઈ ગાયક હોય અથવા તો સ્પોર્ટ્સ પ્લેયર હોય, અહીંયા ઘણા બધા ફૂટબોલ જોતા હોય. Like they often aspire to become like a certain football player or a cricket player. However, why should we keep Mohan Swami Maharaj at the forefront of our lives as opposed to anybody else? Why should we have Shraddha and faith in Mohan Swami Maharaj compared to everyone else?
There are many celebrities which attract us. Many celebrities. Someone interested in sports, he has someone as his role model. Someone who's interested in money, he has somebody else as his role model. If a person he likes music, he also has some role model, an instrumentalist or a vocalist, a person who can sing nicely. But they are human beings. As human beings, they have faults. See, many years back, I've had the chance of reading an article in Reader's Digest. It was London edition, and probably the year was 1993. An article was written by some person living in California. And in California, perhaps you might have heard about Hollywood. Have you heard about Hollywood? Hollywood is a place for celebrities and actors. Okay? That person, he wrote an article. He said there is a difference between fun and happiness. There is a difference between fun and happiness. And he says, I can give you a list of Hollywood actors. I can give you a list of celebrities who have fun in their life, but they are not happy. There are so many celebrities who have committed suicide. So what's happening? In our eyes, they look great, but within them, they feel lonely. Many of them have suicidal tendencies, and many of them have committed suicide. Fun is something you experience during an act. Say, for example, you like pizza. When you start eating pizza, you like it, that's called fun. Now, what's happiness? So, fun is what you experience during an act. Fun is what you experience during an act. Happiness is something you experience after an act, but it is a deeper and a more abiding experience. It stays with you for a longer amount of time. Quantitatively, it is more. Qualitatively, it is more. Now, what's the example for that? Say, for example, in Olympics, every 4 years, there is an Olympic. Somebody gets chosen in the national British team. But that person has to work very hard for 4 years. He has to follow certain discipline. He has to eat certain food. He has to get up at certain time. He has to sleep at certain time. He has to work hard, hard, hard. But after 4 years, when he competes in the Olympics, and if that person gets a gold medal, and the experience that he has is not of fun, but that's of happiness. It comes after an act. Say you're solving a mathematics problem, and you are a very persistent type of person. You start solving the problem. Say for the first hour, you don't have any answer. For the second hour also, you don't have any answer. For the third hour, the fourth hour, just go on trying and trying. And after fifth hour, there is a flash in your mind, and you get the answer. And that experience is experience of happiness. So he is asking me, why Mahant Swami Maharaj? So Mahant Swami Maharaj is the happiest person on this earth. What he experiences is not just happiness, it is even more than happiness, it is bliss. He is in constant connection with God. There is no one greater than God. There is no one happier than God. And he is a person, he is someone you can bank upon. A friend, he will never he will never betray you. And a person who can give you happiness and bliss, and even fun of this world as well, within certain bounds and within certain niयams. And that's the reason why Mahant Swami Maharaj in the year 2018 in Ahmedabad, he said, કે આપણા સેલિબ્રિટી કોણ? ચડભરત, સુખદેવ, શાસ્ત્રીજી મહારાજ, યોગીજી મહારાજ, પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ, એ આપણા સેલિબ્રિટીઝ છે. પેલા લોકોને શું છે? અંતરમાં દુઃખી છે. અને એ લોકો તો પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ પાસે આવે. They come for blessings from Pramukh Swami Maharaj and from Mahant Swami Maharaj. This time, how many people came in Robbinsville? One very famous actor from India, he had come to Robbinsville. When he had the darshan of Mahant Swami Maharaj, he cried 4 times. He was moved by the love of Pramukh Swami Maharaj, from Mahant Swami Maharaj. He was touched by his love. He experienced something different. So that's the reason why we should have uppermost in our mind, think of Mahant Swami Maharaj more than the worldly celebrities.
સ્વામી, હવે આ ઉંમર એવી છે કે ઘણીવાર આપણને શંકા થવા માંડે. We often doubt કે why should we do satsang? આપણે આપણા જીવનમાં સત્સંગ શું કામ કરવું જોઈએ? આ ઉંમર જ એવી છે કે we get distracted by different things, whether it be our education, our social life, many different factors come into play. So please tell us why we should actually do satsang and what is the point, especially at this age.
Pramukh Swami Maharaj had encouraged us to study. So he has not said anything negative about studies, as he said. Even Mahant Swami Maharaj also encourages a person who's playing sports. So there is nothing wrong about playing sports or studying or pursuing your worldly career. Okay? But then he asks, why is satsang important? Because satsang is the only place which can give us peace of mind. And it's the only place which can give us peace of heart. Why are the wars happening? Why the street fights? And why family quarrels? And why there are fights in a country and among countries? And why world wars? See, there is no peace. And after the Second World War, when billions and billions of dollars were lost in property, and millions of people died in the Second World War. So for the future of war not happening, an institution was established called the League of Nations, but it failed. So in 1946, another institution, UNO, the United Nations Organization, was established merely for this reason: there shouldn't be a third world war. But after the foundation of the United Nations organizations in 1946, there have been more than 300 wars. It seems people, they want war. But here in satsang, when you come into contact with Baba, you will experience peace of mind. Just think about one incident. The place where I live, in Akshardham in Gandhinagar, was attacked by terrorists without any rhyme or reason. 33 innocent people died. One sadhu coming from London, who was a sadhu for 20 years, Parmeshwar Swami, he also died in that terrorist attack. Our 4 volunteers died in the terrorist attack. 6 more volunteers suffered bullet wounds. And just look at the response of Pramukh Swami Maharaj. He kept all the people. He told the people to not retaliate in a violent way. He told people to pray to Bhagwan. He also appealed to the people on television and radio to maintain calm, because the whole of Gujarat, they were sentimentally attached to Akshardham. Their sentiments were for Akshardham. Even the people of India, twice, they agitated. But then when Pramukh Swami told them to keep quiet, Gujarat remained peaceful even after the attack. So that person gives us peace. He's not an ordinary sadhu. President of India, Abdul Kalam, when Pramukh Swami Maharaj came into his contact, Abdul Kalam came into contact of Pramukh Swami Maharaj, and Pramukh Swami Maharaj gently touched him, just took hold of his hand, just for 10 minutes. There wasn't a word of communication between the president and Pramukh Swami Maharaj. And he writes in the book Transcendence, he says, I became oblivious of the people around me, and I was drawn into a sort of timeless peace. Peace is something you won't find in any shop. It is something that you won't find in any mall. It is something you won't find in any school, in any colleges, not in football stadium, not in cricket stadium, not in entertainment places, not even in sightseeing places like Blackpool, or maybe the seashores of Spain, or maybe the mountains of Alps. You won't find peace. There is just one place, that is satsang. And that's the reason why it's very essential for us to come up for satsang.
Swami, we often face many different challenges in our lives. અમારા જીવનમાં ઘણી બધી મુશ્કેલીઓ આવી પડે છે. તો એવા સમયે how can we keep faith and Shraddha in Bapa? You mentioned at the start that Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mahant Swami Maharaj have unflinching faith in God. So how can we similarly keep faith in Bapa during bad times?
So there are different ways to solve problems. Some of the problems of life can be solved by earning money. If a person doesn't have food to eat, or doesn't have a home, a house, or clothes to wear, such problems can be solved by earning money. Some problems can be solved through intelligence. If you have to appear for exams, you need intelligence. Some problems can be solved through talents. See, if a person wants to play good soccer, he needs to practice and keep up his health and have a good coach, that problem will be solved. But there are some problems in life which cannot be solved with these things, with either money or with talents or with intelligence. For that, we have to take refuge unto God, and we have to take refuge unto our Guru, Pramukh Swami Maharaj. By merely praying and asking his help, you will feel peace of mind. You will find solutions. The question is how to keep faith. First, ask ourselves. We should ask ourselves, have I done something wrong? If I have done something wrong, I need to correct myself. One of the reasons why we experience pain and failures in our life, most of the time it's our mistakes. So we have to introspect and ask ourselves very honestly, okay, you have failed this time. Have you worked hard? Have you worked enough? Asking questions, we have a dialogue with our mind. And if our mind says, yes, I worked hard, I worked properly, if the answer is an honest yes, then God is Sarvakarta. Whatever He does is for our best. You know, we have a land in Harrow. Do you know about it? We have 6 acres of land. We were going to build a mandir there, not here in Nisden. But when the plans were submitted, and at that time, there were some people, some residents surrounding that land, they said, no, there will be lots of traffic, and there will be noise pollution, and lots of people will be coming here. Our quality of life will be ruined. And so they rebelled against us. They filed a case against us in the court. Our Hari Bhakto, they went from home to home. Even the white British people, they took the signatures, asking them, saying, we want to build a house of worship. Can you please help us? So they would sign and say, yes, we don't mind if you build a house of worship. 25,000 signatures were collected. And it seemed almost certain that we are going to win the case. And our solicitor was a white guy, a very famous person. Probably his name was Lord Silsoy. He was a person who was fighting for us. Pramukh Swami Maharaj was in India. And when the judgment was declared, probably because of racial prejudice, probably because of the color of our skin, and that's the reason why the judgment went against us. And the moment Pramukh Swami listened to this judgment, Pramukh Swami, within 5 or 10 minutes, he slept very soundly. Nothing happened to me. But Vivek Sagar Swami was a bit disturbed. And Vivek Sagar Swami said, our Hari Bhakto, Santo have made lots of efforts. We have done nothing wrong. It is our land. And we have 25,000 supporting us to build the mandir. And why is it the court has taken decision against us? It went against us, but Pramukh Swami could sleep very soundly. Well, Vivek Sagar Swami, he went to see Bapa. And he saw Bapa was sound asleep. In the morning, with a surprised look and with a surprised tone, he asked Pramukh Swami Maharaj, કે બાપા, અમે તો ઊંઘ ના આવી અમને. આપને ઊંઘ કેવી રીતે આવી ગઈ? આપણે કેસ હારી ગયા. And the first thing Pramukh Swami Maharaj said was, have we worked enough? Was the effort put in 100%? The answer is yes. Okay, so now it's the wish of God. So we should accept the wish of God and be happy. This is what Pramukh Swami Maharaj taught us. So he said, first, honestly work. And then if you don't meet with success, then believe that God is doing whatever He does is for your good. Then nothing will happen to you.
Swami, હવે સમય જરા ટૂંકો પડે છે, એટલે we'll take one more question. You touched upon the point of satsang in one of your earlier questions, અને સત્સંગમાં એકાંતિક ધર્મની વાત આવે છે, ધર્મ, જ્ઞાન, વૈરાગ્ય અને ભક્તિ. But the element of satsang gnan is a point where we all experience quite a lot of boredom. We don't understand why we should actually delve deeper into satsang gnan. So please could you share with us why it's important to have this firm in our lives?
એટલે એકાંતિક ધર્મમાં જ્ઞાન આવે છે.
હા.
Okay, જ્ઞાન is a part of એકાંતિક ધર્મ. So what's the importance of જ્ઞાન in એકાંતિક ધર્મ?
Yeah.
What's the importance of જ્ઞાન?
Yeah. Why do we need to go deeper into it generally?
એટલે dharma, people can understand why we require dharma, okay? Then why we require vairagya also is understood. Is it that? Bhakti also, but why gnan?
Yeah.
Is that the question?
Yeah. Why specifically gnan?
Or is it something else?
No. Why do we need to go into gnan specifically?
But which gnan?
Satsang gnan.
Satsang gnan? Okay. Yeah, I understand. Now what he's trying to say, see, when you go to school, there are some people who study hard, and there are some students who don't study hard. When a person does study in a proper way, he gets good grades. Maybe some of you might be taking your GCSE exams, or even some of you might be appearing for your first level of A levels and second level perhaps, because you are from, I believe, 14 to 18 years of age, and some even, I think, less than 14 years. Okay. So when a person studies hard, he gets many A's. There are many satsangis who have got 9 A stars, sometimes 10 A stars in GCSE, sometimes 11 A stars, and even they are appearing for the second A levels, they get 4 A's in 4 subjects. So they are so brilliant. Why? Because they have been studying regularly on a regular basis. So in the same way, in satsang, when we study satsang in a superficial manner, we also remain at a superficial level. But when we delve deeply into satsang, we get connected to Mohan Swami Maharaj more and more. We come to understand that he is not an ordinary human being. He appears to be a human being. Say, for example, you have a Kohinoor diamond in the London Tower. A person, an aboriginal, if you bring an aboriginal and show him the Kohinoor diamond, he wouldn't know what it is. He would think it's a piece of glass. And what's the price of a piece of glass? Nothing. Kohinoor diamond is priceless. It's protected by security guards 24 hours a day. You're not even allowed to stand still and watch and look and observe what the diamond is. You have to step into a travelator, and that keeps on moving, that belt keeps on moving, and you have to just look at Kohinoor for a few seconds and pay £5 or £10 for just looking at that. That's how costly it is. So in the same way, for an outsider, Mohan Swami Maharaj is 90-year-old. For an outsider, Mohan Swami Maharaj needs support of 2 sadhus to walk. For an outsider, Mohan Swami Maharaj, when he looks at the legs of Mohan Swami Maharaj, they are swollen. And an outsider, when he looks at Mohan Swami Maharaj, he appears a bit bent. But when a person delves deeper into satsang, satsang is Satpurush. We come to know he is not an ordinary person. By his mere wish, despite many obstacles that we have faced in constructing the Robbinsville Mahamandir, by the mere wish of Mohan Swami Maharaj, he said, I'm going to come in 2023 and we are going to inaugurate the Mahamandir. That's what he said. And just one letter or few words in the writing of Mohan Swami Maharaj, and 12,500 volunteers joined hands to work out a miracle. That's the largest Hindu mandir in the Western Hemisphere. It's very good. In Denmark, there is a company called Nova Nordisk company. It's a pharmaceutical firm. It makes billions and billions of pounds of profit. And the chief financial officer had come to Robbinsville about 15 days back, and he had met us, and he said, Swamiji, I come from Denmark. I have visited all the monuments of Europe and also of America. I traveled to lots of countries, but I have never seen a house of worship, a monument like this thing. I am going to be your advocate. I am going to tell people to come and visit this. For the first time I was visiting by the mere words of Mansai Maharaj. So he is not an ordinary person. If you remember him, you will experience what he is. So that's the reason why we need to go deeper into satsang and understand who Mansai Maharaj is, who Shriji Maharaj is, what our niyams are, what our philosophy is, why is this mandir, what is the importance of Santo and Hari Bhakto, and even teenagers like you.
Let's all thank Pujya Anandswarup Swami for taking out time to present to us. Now, for this next segment, we do not have too much time, so please pay close attention. Pujya Sadhguru Santa will be coming very shortly, so may we please put all of our chairs in their respective areas on the sides.
Let's really thank Pujya Anandswarup Swami, because he's gone through a lot of difficulties last few days. He's meeting lots of Hari Bhaktos, spoken to us on 3 occasions in the midst of very, very busy schedule, and he's actually here after Robbinsville Akshardham, going there for seva, actually, meeting so many people, and he was here to actually rest before he goes back to India, but rest to નથી મળ્યો સ્વામી, તો આપણને બધાને માફ કરજો, અને ખાસ સ્વામી બધાને બહુ લાભ આપ્યો છે. Huh? No taklif, he says no. Let's big round of applause and thank Pujya Anandswarup Swami. An invitation, Swami, to one more thing, Swami, every year, invitation to please come and spend time with all of us Kishores and Kishoris.